Electric Friends, a Gary Numan podcast. The songs and stories of a music icon.
Hello and welcome to the first of these little mini-sodes, if you will, of Electric Friends, subtitled Numan News. Essentially your latest update of Gary Numan info in case you missed it, and something I can quickly edit and put out in between the more substantial episodes, which take a little bit more time to put together. So we'll see how these go. Something interesting to try out at least. So the last time I caught up with you, it was looking back at Gary's Glastonbury gig. So make sure you check out that review if you haven't already. Sadly, it does sound as if the gig wasn't the most pleasant for Gary of all time. He said in an interview on Good Morning Britain that he almost cancelled it due to his ongoing hearing problems. And I've seen another one where he's worried that his career may end sooner than he'd like due to the condition, but that currently all is fine.
It was amazing. I was very, very nervous during the day. Very nervous. I'm actually going deaf, so we had some warm-up shows and I was struggling with those to hear things properly, but we got that sorted out. But at one point I was thinking about cancelling it because I thought, I'm just going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a disaster, because I can't hear properly. And then we got that fixed. And then it just became an amazing... The closer it got, the less nervous I became, strangely enough. By the time I actually did it, I was enjoying myself. It was good fun.
Tell us about your daughters and how they experienced it. Were they also nervous?
I was too nervous myself to ask them, actually. Probably.
How old are they?
Well, Raven's 21. Oh. We did a song that she wrote, which I thought was a great opportunity to do that.
Because you want them to go into the music industry.
I want them to do what they want to do.
Yeah,
I'm not pushing them into anything.
But that's what they want
If they want to be in music, it has its ups and downs, but I've been all through that, so I can help them with the downs, hopefully. Echo, my youngest, she's not sure what she wants to do yet. She's amazing at painting and poetry and things like that.
And then Persia's the middle one. Daughter, and she was also on stage with you. And how old is she?
She's 19 now. It was lovely. It was amazing. At one point you just sort of step back and look at them doing their thing, and it's just a lovely feeling.
Meanwhile, he has sold out a few of his upcoming telecon shows in November and December, including the shows at Bristol, Nottingham, Cambridge, Manchester and Liverpool. Meet and greets are also going on sale. Gary has also released his long-awaited live album and Blu-ray, A Perfect Circle, from his 2022 Wembley Arena show. And as of the time of writing, it's currently top 10 in the midweek album charts, though usually that means it'll probably drop down a bit by the end of the week. But for him to get a top 40 album with a live release is pretty cool. I've got my copy. I'm looking forward to properly settling down and watching it back with a beer and some snacks. It was also actually available to watch back on YouTube as a live stream for a while. So what did you make of it? Have you watched it yet? Let me know.
My big dream was to get back to Wembley. How can anything live up to 4 decades of dreaming? This was this magical moment.
For any US fans, Gary has also announced a few more headline shows for his North American tour with the Psychedelic Furs. Full tour details can be found at GaryNuman.com/tours. And remember, if you'd like to get in touch, please do, numanpodcast@gmail.com, and I'd love to hear your stories about how you found Gary's music and what he means to you, your Numanoid story, if you will. Just like Elizabeth Thomas did over email. I've been listening to Gary Numan for about 2 years, and I'm honestly ashamed that I haven't managed to find this podcast till now. But now I'm listening to it non-stop, and I'm about to finish it in about 3 days. I think it's funny how I found out about Gary, because I was just being lazy in bed scrolling Instagram, and I found a video of Gary's song Films. I was absolutely mesmerised and had never heard something that spoke to me like the song did. I had always enjoyed other songs, but I only listened to different music artists for a couple of months long stints and lost interest. I've yet to come to that with Gary, and I don't think I ever will. When I added it to my playlist, I wondered what his other songs may sound like and listened to the entire Pleasure Principle album over and over for about 2 weeks before I needed more of his unique music. I then found I Assassin next and did the same thing and eventually worked through his Machine phase like that with the 2-week stints. I then just opened his entire discography and started chugging away at all of them and found so much. Some music not as good, but still good. Out of everything I have found, even now my favourite album is The Pleasure Principle and Telecon. Basic, I know. Nothing basic about that, Elizabeth. I was struggling with my mental health severely at the time, and finding his music was seemingly what I needed. He has been with me through my entire mental health journey, and I'm fully prepared to wave a poster at his Albuquerque show that says Gary Numan saved my life. I would love it if you could do an episode on dance, because if you really listen to the lyrics, it is hauntingly beautiful and it sent shivers down my spine. Sorry for the long email, but I just wanted to show my appreciation to the show and what he means to me. Love your work on the podcast and points of view. Well, thanks so much for that, Elizabeth. Great to hear from you. So if you would like to do the same and send me a message like that, please do numanpodcast@gmail.com. That's it for this short and sweet bonus edition of the podcast. I'll be back very soon with a proper episode, if you will. Let me know what you thought of this little version to tide you over. If you'd like more or less, be honest. You can find me on all the socials at Numan Podcast and can catch past interview specials on YouTube in full. Head to numanpodcast.com for more. But for now, speak soon.
Electric Friends, a Gary Numan podcast. The songs and stories of a music icon.